Welcome to an information session on transition to St Thomas More Catholic Secondary School. The running order for the session will be an introduction to St Thomas More and general provision, an introduction to SEN provision, overview of Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 transition, an overview of SEN transition process, September onwards, and then further information. We currently have approximately 950 students on roll across years 7 to 13, with an average of 150 students per year group and approximately 200 students in the sixth form. The school day starts at 9 AM and ends at 3:30 PM. Period 1 starts at 9 AM for all years, followed by tutor time. Break and lunch times are staggered between Key Stage 3 and 4, with Key Stage 3 having theirs first in both instances. We have a 2-week timetable, week A and week B. Lessons are taught in mixed ability, apart from math, which is set in year 7 after Christmas. Students will have different classrooms and teachers for each subject, ensuring they have subject specialists teaching them. This is a copy of our school day for your reference. We are very lucky to have the Emmaus Centre to support the needs of all of our students, not just those who have identified SEN need. The centre is staffed all day and there is always somebody from our team around to talk to students. Emmaus also offers respite from the noise and busyness of the school life. We have a beautiful garden that students help to maintain, and there's plenty of seating outside in a fenced-off area. We are open for students before school from 8:30 AM, during break and lunch times, and after school until 4:30 on a Monday to Thursday and until 4 o'clock on a Friday. Curriculum support. So in Emmaus, there are 4 dedicated rooms which have natural light and fresh air circulated. These are used for one-to-one and small group support, as well as giving students a quiet area to go to. In addition to this, we have 3 dedicated areas for study where we're able to accommodate up to 19 students who need computer access. Emmaus is also used for course study. This is an option choice for year 10 and 11 students who may need curriculum support, but this option is at the discretion of the SENCO. We use a wide range of systems to support our students and communication across the school. So we currently use Bromcom as our MIS system, and we have also recently transitioned to using EduKey for our provision mapping, learning plans, and pupil passports. So if you're also using provision maps, we can do a transfer data from your system to ours. So please let us know if you're also using this system. In September, class charts will also be introduced to link in with SEND information and behaviour tracking. We also use a number of assessment tools when students start in year 7. All year 7s will take GL assessments in math, English, science and reading comprehension. This data is analysed and we identify those that are in the bottom 20% for further diagnostic assessment. For example, we use Lucid Recall for assessing processing speed and working memory. We use the dyslexia assessment, fluency assessment and phonic assessment. From this, we can identify next steps of support. The students have access to Firefly, where homework is set. There is also a page dedicated to each subject where parents can see the curriculum overview, as well as the individual lessons being taught. Parents are also encouraged to download the My Child at School app, where information about their child is sent to. We currently support students with a range of needs, including the following. So for cognition and learning, specific learning difficulties such as dyslexia and dyscalculia, moderate learning difficulties and severe learning difficulties. For social, emotional and mental health, we support students with depression, ADHD, eating disorders, anxiety, mental health issues, and social disorders. For sensory and physical needs, we support students who have visual impairments, hearing impairment, multisensory impairment and physical disability. And for communication interaction needs, we support students with their speech, language and communication and autistic spectrum disorder. Our main area of need is moderate learning difficulties for both EHCP and SEN support students. We have a large team within the SEN department. So our SEN leadership team consists of Carol Sorgan, who's our deputy head teacher, who has an overview of SEN and teaching and learning. Vanessa Miller is our assistant head teacher and has an overview of behaviour, safeguarding and inclusion. Michelle Claxton is the strategic SENCO for the trust. Myself as SENCO. We also have 2 HLTAs, Renee Hawkins and Kathy DeRosa, who are responsible for exam arrangements, SEND admin and core study, as well as LSA timetabling. We then have a further 15 learning support assistants. We're lucky enough to have 2 educational communicators who are trained to BSL level 2. We have Peter Houghton, who is also our Fresh Start intervention lead. Our LSAs are highly trained and between them in the department have the following range of skills. However, all the LSAs are completing the Empower programme. John Foster has come in and given targeted training. We've had adaptive teaching and for learners using EAL, Fresh Start training, Sounds Right, Lego therapy, Elkland level 3, blanks training, precision teaching, social skills, first aid, teach. We have 2 HLTAs, BSL and ELSA. We're also lucky enough to have an inclusion team to support students' social, emotional and mental health. They will meet regularly with students and parents and together with the SENCO look at support packages. We also have a CAMH practitioner who works with us to support students. We have in-house referrals which can be made to her and she will see students for a 6-week period. Student Services is there to support students in the day-to-day issues which may arise, as well as being a first aid hub. Our LSAs, their general duties are to support different students in lessons across the curriculum using a combination of quality first teaching, precision teaching and inclusive teaching strategies, work collaboratively with teaching staff, liaising with them as often as possible pre and post lesson, deliver and review interventions, support students in Emmaus during unstructured times, deliver a wide range of clubs during Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4 lunch times, support students in homework club, communicate daily, weekly, regularly with key students' parents. They invigilate in exams, safeguarding students and their well-being, write and review learning plans on provision map, including pupil passports, and contribute to annual reviews and attend where appropriate. We also have and run a wide range of interventions within the department. Handwriting, stones of regulation, fluency, fresh start, social skills, social stories, working memory, fine motor skills, speech therapy, physiotherapy, literacy, cooking, numeracy, core study, Lego therapy, mindfulness, pre-learning, occupational therapy, life skills, animal care and DIY. We also have social, emotional, mental health support and curriculum support. So we currently offer gardening club, Lego club and therapy, cooking club, craft club, jewellery making, RE club, social games in Emmaus, chess club, break and lunch support in Emmaus, homework club every day, Duke in Edinburgh and core study. These are just some pictures of some of the clubs that we've been running in Emmaus. We also reach out to the community in various ways. So recently I have started a SEND newsletter. So that goes out half-termly with information about what is happening in Emmaus and what is happening in the wider community. We've also started to run coffee mornings. These are happening half-termly and open to all parents, not just parents of SEN, but all parents within St Thomas More community. We try and have a focus for each coffee morning. So currently we've had the Parent Carer Forum come in, Autism Advisory Service, SENDIAS, and we've had mental health team in as well. these have proved really popular with parents, and they've come away with a lot of information. We're also able to offer one-to-one support to fill in forms such as the DLA PIP form. This is an overview of transition at St Thomas More. So all names of students joining are collated and primaries contacted. Bedford Borough data collection forms are sent out to primary schools. These requests, all essential transition information and subsequent meetings with primary schools will be arranged on a need-to-meet basis. The SENCO, Head of Year 7 and Transition Lead meet regularly to discuss transition plans and student data. Year 6 into Year 7 transition diploma is used. This is a programme to help support the move to secondary school and provide secondaries with work that they can be used in Year 7. We have a dedicated transition page on the school website. Send transition events. So we offer individual tours, school group activities. We also have transition mornings and afternoons for SEN students to experience a school day and complete fun activities in Emmaus. And the parents are also invited to attend transition interviews, as well as the students, to give us the opportunity to forge those positive relationships. It gives us the opportunity to meet with the Year 6 students on a one-to-one basis. We ask questions about what they're looking forward to, and we try and find out a little bit more about them, what they're interested in. All of this information is then collated, and then that is then passed down to the relevant staff, so potentially their form tutors and on to Head of Year and to the SEN team. So this is an overview of timescales in September. So from September onwards, students with an EHCP apply through the LA, and the secondary school is consulted regarding their ability to meet need. From March, the secondary school places are confirmed and data gathered from primary schools regarding SEND needs. Then from spring summer term, St Thomas More SENCO will arrange to meet the primary school SENCOs to discuss the SEND and TLC students that are joining us. And we'll also attend any meetings and arrange any tours where necessary. So from September, in order for us to get a clear picture of who is coming to St Thomas More, we would welcome the opportunity to attend annual reviews or co-production meetings for students transferring to us. We could work with primary school SENCOs to submit an ECNAF. We can meet with SENCO class teacher of the primary school, and we can offer tours or meetings with student and families if requested. Then from the summer term, we can offer secondary school tours with the student and the school if requested. The SENCO, so myself, will go down and visit the primary schools. We have out of catchment transition mornings and afternoons for students. Oh, sorry. We also organise additional visits to St Thomas More, either individual or joint schools. Students are identified by primary and secondary SENCOs. So these will be the students that have SEND needs or identified as TLC. And we'll offer some getting to know you games. There's a transition booklet for students to complete. There'll be team building. They'll experience lunchtime with us and go and get a school dinner. We also hold the transition interviews for the whole cohort. So as mentioned previously, members of SLT and the Year 7 team will meet with students and parents and start developing those relationships. We also offer a SEND coffee morning for the parents to attend so that we can get to know them and they can get to know us as a team. Then in July, so our transition days in July will be focused on the participation in whole year group transition days. We'll be offering social support, team building activities, student interviews, meet the tutor group, meet the inclusion team, meet the student services team and meet the head of year. And then all of that information will be disseminated to SLT, the transition lead, the head of year, inclusion and SEN team. So starting in September, on the first day, years 7, 8, 9 and 12 will start first, followed by on the second day, years 10, 11 and 13. That staggered start just makes the school environment just less busy for our new year 7s. There will be an inset day prior to this, where the SENCO will give whole staff training on the SEN students that are coming to us. So everybody is ready. Pupil learning plans and passports will be created and shared with staff via EduKey and on the inset day. SEN files will arrive from the primaries. Data transfer requests via provision maps. We'll then start beginning the baseline assessments using the full suite of GLs, the NGRT, reading age, English, maths, science, lucid recall and dyslexia. And then following that, some further diagnostic assessments for spelling age, fluency, phonic assessment, etc. The LSAs will meet with the SEN students and familiarise themselves with each other. They'll have another opportunity to come into Emmaus. So again, just familiarising themselves with us. LSA support will be in lesson. However, there will be different LSAs in different lessons, so they won't have the same LSA all the time. So going forwards from September and then beyond, student SEN provision within the school is constantly being monitored, and if staff members feel they have concerns about progress or SEN, there is a clear SEN referral pathway where teachers must complete at least one cycle of assess plan do review before referring on to the SENCO. Department meetings and inclusion meetings and weekly SEN team meetings to discuss and raise SEN concerns. The inclusion meeting is to discuss the provision of students, but looking at wellbeing, alternative provision, EAL, SEND, attendance and medical needs. We also have in-house assessment. So again, the lucid recall, dyslexia, dyscalculia, reading and spelling ages, phonic assessment, handwriting assessment and overlay assessment. We also have a quality of education meeting, which looks at the strategic planning and review of outcomes with a focus on exams and assessment, SEND, alternative curriculum, main curriculum, sixth form, teaching and learning, and head of department feedback. We also work closely with outside agencies and support families with referrals to appropriate agencies, and all support is monitored through the graduated approach. Students and parents also are able to refer through their tutor, the head of year, or directly to the SENCO. If you'd like any further information on transition at St Thomas More, you can contact myself, the SENCO, Becky Lovesey is the transition lead, or Michelle Claxon as our strategic SENCO. Thank you for listening.